Good morning, everybody, and happy Wednesday. If you're here with me in the Discord or in the YouTube or in the X chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. We have Ferrari, Phil, Broccoli, Tiger Trader, S. Redberg, Shelly, Cyrus, Raphael, Calvin, Nick, Cash Jack, I Am Humble, Persa? Or PVSRA? Persa? Good morning to you, John, Paolo, Trader Page, Dr. Phil, Richard, Steve, Andrew JP, Ribsmod, Billy Joe, WD, Skunk Dave, Michael, Nor, Work It, Morning Angel, Ronnie, Crypto Raccoon, DM, Motion Sick Gamer, Rude Boy, Paul Yoon, Beavis, Barefoot, Greenback, Ryan, Tech Tony, good morning, Sully, Kid, Was It, Raymond Jimenez, G Trader, McGruff, Blameless Ministries, morning, Dips, Denver, Damien, Maharshi, Dan, Not the Man, Archer, morning, Edward, Lenny, Consistently, Matthew, Sean, Lisa, Crypto Raccoon, Scott, Raphael, good morning, Joseph, Market, Pie, Tech, Tony, Kid Turbo. Good morning, everybody. I'm just having some Theraflu here because this has got to be the last day. I'm telling you, today's the last day that this stupid thing is going to conquer me. Tell you what, I've had it. What's up, Mike? Big sexy fat guy, amateur genius. What's up, everybody? Today's the last day that I'm gonna have this, I promise you. I've had this since like late Friday night. It's a doozy. But who cares about that? Let's talk about these markets. I realized over the last 48 hours that I'm actually an ES trader now. There's so much liquidity in that thing. Wait, what was that? You okay, Ferrari? You just sneezed? What? Ferrari, Phil might be having a seizure. Somebody sent a doctor over there. Who's ready to go on a quest with me to conquer these markets where no trader has ever gone before? I think the Celsius kicked in. What's up, Will? Buenos dias, hermano. How am I feeling today? I would say probably about 80%, I think. Welcome, Trader S. You are a member. Welcome, buddy. Now you get 10x to luck with all the giveaways. God, I can't wait to not be sick. I'm one of those people, I don't really take my health for granted. So I'm excited to finally not be sick. But I feel not great. China has more tariffs than market don't. I'm the luckiest person alive right now. Did anybody actually, here, let me pull it up on the ES. It's the same thing in the NQ, by the way. Let's start with the bad first. Was anybody long into this move? Because this looked like a nice little above VWAP trade. Yeah. Hopefully you use stops. If you have not been using stops in your trading, maybe today is the day that you recognize the importance of using stops, because if you were long during this move, I mean, there's no amount of speed in your fingers that could have got you out of this move faster than a stop. So you need to be using stops, and you should be trailing your stop behind your trade slowly. Like in True Lies, slowly. Trail it slowly behind your trades, but understand that if you didn't know by now, we are in a very much a headline-driven market. And it doesn't matter how many cute lines you have on your chart, how many drawings you have on your chart. If there's a headline that's going to move the markets, there's no amount of chicken noodle turtle soup that's going to tell you that that headline is about to happen. It's just the way of the world right now. Retail Trader says, where are you located? East Coast or West Coast? I'm on the West Coast, baby. I live in Las Vegas. The land of opportunity. This is not an EMA, it's the VWAP. The VWAP. So what happened here was China announced retaliatory tariffs to our retaliatory tariffs, because we are in a trade war right now. And I believe, what did they go to? What time was this at? When did that happen? It was right around that time. I was actually awake. Couldn't sleep in last night either. Okay, so reciprocal tariffs on U.S. goods from 34% to 84%. That's a 147% increase compared to the prior amount. So it's a big increase. And this is their retaliatory tariffs, the reciprocal tariffs of us going higher to 104%. They said, okay, you guys want to go 104%? Well, f you. We'll go to 84% on your shit. So that's kind of what happened. Yeah. But like I said, we're very much in a headline-driven market right now. So, I mean, unless your uncle is President Xi, I don't know, maybe the cousin or something. I don't know. Maybe you have a third cousin. Unless you know that's coming. I mean, there's no amount of technical analysis that's going to show you that that is coming. You might see clues on the order flow moments before it happens, but like, I mean, it's pretty rare that you're going to see something that's going to, you know, that's going to roast your chickens. So at the end of the day, my message to you is to always make sure that you're using a stop in these markets. Again, I don't care if it's like the best setup in the world. Oh my gosh, I should never be trading without a stop. Because this looks like a beautiful pattern. Looks like we're going to come up and we're going to test these highs up here. And the market said, we have some news for you. We're not going to test those highs. Instead, we're going to dump. And on the NQ, it was even more dramatic. Same deal. We were trading up 17,362. We'll just call it 17,360. And we plummeted down to 16,980. So you're talking about 400 handles in the NASDAQ. If you're trading just one single contract, you're talking about $8,000 worth of pain on one single mini, $800 on a single micro. And this happens in a flash. So again, the warning is there. Use a stop. Now, if you weren't in a trade, you want to look at this as opportunity. For instance, if the news is not negated, you're looking for a bounce on this and then to send it lower, because we're in a market right now that is paying attention to one sole thing, and that is the global trade war going on. So if your focus is on technical analysis and kind of ignoring what the bigger picture is, you're a fool. The bigger picture here is that we're in a trade war, and until the headlines change to favor something that the trade war is coming close to an end, for instance, we do have announcements today specifically with Vietnam that they're willing to negotiate. That is good news. But right now, the pain in the U.S.'s side comes from the big red wall of China, right? You must understand that until we have good news in that area of the world, things are going to remain very volatile. So you also want to be prepared for fake news. We had a fake news headline that said that the tariffs were going to be paused for 90 days, and the market shot up on that. It turned out being fake news, because what happened was there was a quote that was taken out of context, and Reuters published it to the Bloomberg terminal, which is disseminated down to all of these other news hubs, and algorithms trade on that because it's a trusted wire of news. So when you say something is hitting the wire, that was Reuters wire that it was hitting. There's an AP wire, there's a Reuters wire, there's actually a Bloomberg wire. A bunch of different wires. Algorithms trade on that, and they have prioritized certain wires more important than the others. And that news came out on a very trusted wire, and that's why we saw that. So again, even though it was fake news, algorithmic trading is reacting on that. Again, the point of all of this is to tell you, use stops and prepare. Use stops and prepare. Because if you're sitting here and you're saying, I'm so shocked that I blew my account because X, Y, and Z happened, and then we find out that you weren't using a stop, well, bad news. You should be thriving in this environment, though. Volatility equals thriving in the market as a day trader. Day trading is all about capturing moves of volatility. As a day trader, you shouldn't care if the market is up or down. All you should care about is that the market is moving and that you can capture points in between that. Case in point, let me pull up my brokerage account. This morning, I caught that flush in the S&P because now I'm an S&P trader. Caught that flush to the downside. I made $5,462.50. The moment I put on that trade, what is the first thing that I did? I know you're going to say celebrate, but no, it wasn't celebrate. What was the first thing I did when I put on that trade? Hey, Trader Page nailed it. I put a stop. Very first thing I did when I put on that trade. Because even though I had a good, sharp idea that, hey, this is likely going to go lower, we pretty much covered at the 4-hour low. Well, because it's going lower doesn't mean that it can't change on a headline. For instance, let's just say we have some wires are crossed. Well, the news comes out and negates that whole move. I don't want to get booty blasted. So on that trade, my stop was only for about $1,400. $1,400 risk to make $5,400. I think that's a good risk reward. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay. It's just $5,400. Okay. Sit down. Seriously. Guys, it's $5,400. Okay. Thank you. Chill out. Jeez. Guys go crazy over that stuff. Anyway. So use a stop loss. Very important, because if you're not, you're going to risk getting cracked open. Look at Bookmap. See this move? Hold on, I'll be back. Hello. See that move right here? If you're not using a stop in that, this is an account blowing move. And this was off of, what time was that? That was, what did they say? Gosh, what was it? Right around that time. I'm pulling up the headlines here. The EU trade chief reportedly discussed to lower tariffs with the US. That headline came and we saw this shoot up. But obviously the China news is still kind of pressuring the market down. But yeah, hold on. Now we have Jamie Dimon talking on Fox Business. So Fox Business is where Besant gave interviews, and that's kind of where all these headlines have been being generated from. So it was the EU trade chief who gave out that news. Was it Sefcovic or whatever their name is? Sefcovic, I can't remember. Anyway, there you go. So yeah, all of this news is happening right now. And if you're not using stops and you're trading these markets, I don't know what to tell you. And I don't know why you wouldn't want to use a stop. So make sure that you are. And also too, like if this is your first time trading around a news and headline driven cycle, maybe you want to be only exclusively trading in a practice account or in the micros. There's no shame in that. One of the things that is great about trading in the micros or trading in a practice account is that you get real hands-on experience of the market moving at this velocity and seeing how you do without kind of hurting yourself. That's a big deal, right? That's a big deal to be able to do that. And if you're very confident in a trade, you can still make a lot of money on smaller size in this market. I did not take very large size yesterday at all. There was very few. I don't think I ever took over 20 contracts, over 25 contracts in any of my trades. I can take close to 100 contracts now in my account. I think I can actually take over 100 contracts. What am I saying? I could probably trade over 100 contracts in a single trade. The point is that I traded not huge size, not terribly small size, but like, comfortable size. And I was able to pull, what did I pull from the market yesterday? Let me check after fees. I haven't looked at my broker statement yet. Let's see. Jamie Dimon's still yapping right now. I want to see if he says anything that's... I can't imagine that he'd have any market moving yap out of him. Okay, so yesterday after fees was $41,457. So I paid in commissions like $155, clearing fees $139, exchange fees $288. So yeah, it was a very productive day, but $41,457. And I never took really large size. I could have taken larger size, but if I'm on the wrong side of a move, I mean, you're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of a loss if I'm not using a stop. Obviously, I'm using a stop in every trade, but do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's opportunities in this market right now because it's moving so much, and you don't need to go crazy. The market's moving enough right now that even if you're trading in micros, you can make a ton of cash. Kimmel says, I made $800 yesterday with one micro. It was insane. There you go. Beautiful. Butters, there's a way to do that, but you have to use Replicanto and NinjaTrader has to be logged in. There's a whole process to do that if you want to be copying those stops. Let's see here. Rips, I bought a 250K Apex and passed it one day yesterday. Nice. Michael DeVico, passed my first eval finally with Apex. Very nice work. Waiting for your response on my message to Insta to join your Discord. Just ask it here. I'm right here right now. You can ask it right now. Dude, if you saw my Instagram inbox, I mean, it's like 1,042 spam messages. Like, I don't know what your name is on there, etc. What's up, Mox? Good morning. How do I use this indicator? I mean, it's bookmap. It's a bit confusing, I suppose. Michael says, I can't pass an eval to save my life. If you're trying to rush the process, it's probably could be the culprit of your troubles. We do have some news coming out this morning. Let me see here. What exactly? Yeah, it's not until 10. It's not important either. It's not terribly important. We get the wholesale trade sales for February at 10 a.m. The most important thing that's going to be happening today, and even Jamie Dimon just talked about it on Fox Business, it's the 10-year note auction out of the Treasury. You know, we're going to see kind of what the participation is in that auction. I think we had a 3-year yesterday, and the participation was awfully sloppy. It was all over the place. It was a horrible auction. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen with this 10-year auction. We also get the FOMC meeting minutes, but I don't expect anything to be unearthed in that. That's a surprise. I mean, maybe we get some new information there, but I highly doubt it. So I wouldn't be too concerned about the FOMC meeting minutes. Instead, I would be squarely focused on the 10-year note auction out at 1 p.m. today. So that's it. That's the one I'd be watching. I really don't think the FOMC meeting minutes are going to give us any new color. Ribs, don't be mad, but I bought an account but forgot to use code Ribs. Well, you're out of here, buddy. That's just fine. FX Golfer says, still working 11 of those giveaway evals. Did you pass the other 9? What happened to the other 9 there? Blameless says, Ribs, I've been over leveraging and over trading when I should have made thousands. I lost hundreds in my PA. Well, I mean, you answered your own question, right? I could have sized up yesterday. I potentially could have made $500,000 yesterday, but I'm not willing to blow my personal trading account over that. It's foolish. I have stops in every single trade that makes sense. There are some trades that I took yesterday that had 5-figure stops. If I lose 5 figures on a trade, it's not the end of the world. I move on. But I'm certainly not going to leverage up into a move and be like, dude, if I just caught this one move, I can make $500,000 here. Unless there's some type of setup that like gives me that, where I can give like a, let's just say a $15,000 stop and I catch the very top of a move and we're short and it's just cascading and waterfalling. Maybe I can make, high 6 figures in that. But those types of dreams that you want to chase are the dreams that get you in trouble and blow your account. It's foolish to do that. Like, look, again, I'm up $5,400. I don't know if I'm going to trade for the rest of the day. I'd be very happy if I end my day with $5,400. It's okay. I made almost 10x that yesterday. I'm not like, I'm impervious to the ideology of I need to beat yesterday. I need to keep this going. I got to make 5 figures today. Why don't we go for 6 figures? I'm just going to trade the market that's presented to me, right? I have no idea. If the market's going to give me a really great move today, hopefully I can catch a piece of that. That's my mindset going into the day. So if you're going into the day either thinking, I need to pass an account today, I need to make the best day ever. I see everybody out there posting these huge P&Ls. I got to make this the best day ever. If you have these thoughts, you're no longer trading the market that's being presented to you. You're trading some nonsense that you've created and concocted in your own head. That's not realistic. That's what I used to do when I didn't know how to trade. That's exactly what I used to do when I didn't know how to trade. Oh man, I lost 10 grand yesterday. Phew. Well, I'm going to make 50 today. Good luck, buddy. And that's just being real. When you start to lose this ideology of I'm in control of what the market's going to do today, then you'll start to realize that you don't have any control over what the market's going to do today. Literally, you don't. The market's going to move with or without you. You have no effect on it, period. What's up, King Kong? What's up? Hey, Ribs, I was 200 away from passing a 300K Apex and then I blew it. Can I get a round of applause? No. You cannot. Those are bad habits. Tom says, I'm 1.4K from passing the 300K Apex account I won here, but if I don't take a trade and pass it for a week, it's no big deal. There you go. That's another thing that I love about these Tradeify accounts too. The straight to funded accounts, there's no monthly fee. So you pay once and then it's like, it's your speed, baby. Trade it at your own pace. You know? Like, do I want to make 500K today? Sure. I don't like, but the idea that I'm going to go into this market today and be like, dude, lock in, let's make $500,000. Like, that's crazy town. You know? It's crazy town. The markets are a little spooky right now too, because you're seeing like these massive whips here. These massive whips I think are spooking people to get heavy short into this market. But I think that once we start to roll over here, I think that we could be looking to target these lows of 16,658. And again, before you ask me, where did I get this level? Remember we talked about this yesterday? We just need to look left. I gotta go to the daily. See this? Massive support here. Back in November. Massive support. So I think that's an area that we'll be definitely visiting. And if we break through that, we break down the low, then we're looking at 15,753. So that's kind of what I'm watching there. And again, I just get these levels from looking left. That's it. So I think the market is still just a tad bit spooked about having some of these insane whips on headlines right now. So I think the market's taking a little bit of pause. Jamie Dimon just said probably a recession is a likely outcome. Anybody think Jamie Dimon's short? I think Jamie might be a little bit short. There's nothing better than a 5:30 beer, I'll tell you. Does anybody remember Bill Ackman's Hell is Coming charade on CNBC, that 20-minute phone call that he did? There's going to be a lot of that. I think there's a lot of opportunity because you think about it, these large funds want the market to go short because they probably have huge short positions, or they're using options or futures even. And then once the prices get cheaper, they have all of that equity to buy. So all that capital to be buying. Do poker pros look up to you? I don't think so. Probably not. We still have an infilled rollover gap in NQ and ES from December of 2023. That's true. That is not, you're not wrong on that. Oh, nice. Thank you for that. I am humble. Yeah, it's insane how much money he made. So no data at the bottom of the hour. I do want to see how the market reacts, as we do have some algorithms turning on here that are going to provide liquidity. See if they're heavy short. If it was up to me, if you told me with a absolute certainty, you're from the future, you didn't tell me the price of where things were going, but you said, hey, Rips, there's no longer going to be any headlines related to anything of the global trade war or tariffs for the rest of the day, I would take this market short from here. Because this news is not good for US-based companies. And the response that we saw from President Trump was, well, Apple needs to move to the US. We should start building iPhones here. He tweeted something or something about that today. Let me see if I can find that. It was earlier this morning. This was it. This is a great time to move your company into the United States of America. Like Apple, so many others in record numbers are doing. Zero tariffs and almost immediate electrical energy hookups and approvals. No environmental delays. Don't wait, do it now. Act fast. The lines are open. Call in now. So that was just about 10 minutes ago that he tweeted that. Yeah, use code if you're moving your company here to the US, make sure you use code RIPS for 30% off your electric bill. Dig in, Apple. Dig in. Who was it? Was it Bassett who said dig in? Somebody said dig in. It was freaking hilarious. Dig in. Let's go. It's Thanksgiving dinner. Dig in. All right, so there's your 8:30 algorithms coming on. I don't see 16658 to the left. I mean, it's there. Maybe you need to use B80G right here. You need to adjust for the contract changes. Make sure you're using B80G, because if you're not, then it's going to be very wonky. After 6 years of trading Forex, I've switched to NQ futures. I've grown more in the futures community more in the past 6 months than the latter. Have you traded Forex before? No. I mean, I have, I traded cable a couple times, but it was like my buddy was, he worked at a desk where he traded FX. So I had no interest in it. It's not my thing. So I never got really into Forex at all. No. What else did I miss here? Rips, everyone thinks the sell-off in the long end of the treasuries in China is selling. I'm 100% convinced that a handful of hedge funds have gotten margin calls and they're using their bond holdings. Potentially, yes. Yeah, there's some very funky stuff going on in the bond. That's why I'm so concerned about the 10-year auction today. That's going to be very telling. I'm very curious to see what happens. It's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. Ron says, made my 500 a day. I'm up 850 over 5 days of my PA. Slow and steady. Love it. Dude, 500 today is huge. That's nuts. What time is it on? It's at 1 p.m., which means the results of the auction usually will be at like 101 or 102. Eastern. Yeah, 1 p.m. 10-year note auction. Are you kind of scared of the markets today? I mean, anything can happen, right? Anything. Let's go ahead and like the video. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We're trying to get to 35,000 subs here for Market Clubhouse. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you are. The markets are rolling over a little bit here. Curious to see if we break this 4,900. We've built up a little bit of support there, and in the NASDAQ, talk about the S&P's 4,900. The NASDAQ, it's around 875. So if we break 900, be testing those 875s to the downside. I'll be right back with you folks. Don't go anywhere. All right, we are back. Oh boy, I am still feeling so terrible. Under the weather, it's horrible. Who just said that? I got the tail end of that headline. Somebody talking about resetting our trade policies. Interesting. Somebody who was up for the Treasury Secretary said tariffs were all wrong or something like that. Oh yeah, sure, Michael. B80G is goated. Any tips on not over trading? We have a lot of there's a lot of shorts on the channel about over trading and psychology. Highly recommend that, you know, if you're bored one day, open up the YouTube channel and just go to all the shorts and just kind of peel through those. People really like those. There's a lot of psychological nuggets in there. So it sounds like we're going to go on a mission to catch Carmen Sandiego right now. She better watch herself. If you want to head out and go rest, the real ones won't be mad at all. It's a lot to keep up with chat and watch charts and while not feeling well. Yeah, no. I know. I appreciate you. I like to be here for you folks. I mean, we're not necessarily going to trade today, but I mean, I'd like to be here. You know, I genuinely want to help people, like, not have to go through what I went through. Seriously. Like, if you somehow think that I'm gonna make $45,000 by being here on YouTube, I think you're a little bit crazy. I made $45,000 trading yesterday. But you know what I mean? Like, I actually do care to see people succeeding. And I think that if there's somebody that's genuine out there who's actually gone through all this stuff, and they can talk about it candidly without like I have no reservations on what I talk about. I don't really care. I'm very transparent about everything I went through. So if that can help people, I want to help people. Genuinely. Because there's a lot of crap out there. I mean, there's people that... I'm not throwing shade at anybody, but I'm just saying, like, there's people out there that are like, I don't know, like year 2 of their journey, and they're like trying to be teachers and stuff. And it's like, dude, like, you don't know. You have no idea. Like, you're just getting started, man. What are you doing? It's bad. Should we keep the BADG button on all the time? I do. Yeah, I think it's important, especially if you're using like the NQ1 thing. I think it's very important. Back down to 49.10 giggles. Wait, hold on, Tom. Wait, are you Richard Harris? Tom, wait, what? That's Richard Harris's line. The BADG button, it adjusts for the contract rollovers, and it adjusts like in the past. So if you're using the NQ1 or ES1 exclamation point contract, it will adjust the past. It's what you want to be using. Otherwise, you're gonna have breaks in your contract that give you gaps, and it's hard to. It's a great button. It calculates things for you, possibly. Perfectly? Well, I don't know what word I was trying to use. Theraflu. Rips, that November low you stayed from Z24 contract. I'm going back. Can't see that. Thanks, pal. Well, the thing is that I'm using BADG, so it's calculated for the adjustments in the contract. And look, it's like kind of why we hit that low there. But you know, if we go to the 1 day and we're using BADG, it's right here on the November 23rd. It's 658 evens right here, right there. Oh God, I feel so bad right now. I'm so sick right now. What the heck? Like, how is this thing still here? Like, freaking nonsense, dude. Welcome to the quinceañera, by the way. This is the quinceañera portion of the stream. Rivers, how would you start if you had to start from scratch again with low capital? Use props. Use props and treat it like real money. Stop trying to rush. In all honesty, I would be using the straight to funded accounts from Tradeify. And not because they are skipping the evaluation phase, but because there's no time limit on the amount you have to trade, and the profit targets are really not that high. Rips, are you pregnant? Yes, 100%. Clearly. Me personally, I'd sell crack to fund my... You don't want to do that. We are having an insane month in our personal, by the way. Like, actually insane. Last month we made like 100G. It's insane. It's actually insane. It's pretty freaking cool. I'm very proud of it. I just want to see what I'm at on the month overall. Ba-dun dun dun. Dude, this is insane. What a market too. Push it back up. This is what we're at on the month so far. Yeah, crazy. I don't even want to speak it into existence. It's crazy. It's nuts. What's the average size? I don't know, probably 20 contracts. We are pushing back up here. Auctioning 49.10. Something countries are making deals. I wonder if we trade this in props right now. If it's even worth it. Probably just have to wait for 9 a.m., right? Would rather have a job at Sizzler than make that rips in a month. Why? I mean, everybody's different. On TPT, there's a setup fee of 130 bucks. Did I say TPT or Tradeify? I think I was saying Tradeify straight to funded. If it was like, if I was just starting out, I would use the Tradeify straight to funded account, and I would literally take it as slow as possible. I would only trade in the micros for as long as it took for me to like start turning a profit, and I would limit myself to like a maximum of 3 micro contracts. And I can't imagine that you're gonna get, well, in this market it's a little bit different, but I can't imagine that, you know, that it would be, you know. Anyone have a delay on getting paid with TPT? Let's sound off in here. Is anybody having any delays? I know that there's somebody in chat that said that they had a really good experience with them recently. I can't even remember where it was. Oh, CashJack. They got their Pro Plus account and they got paid. So got paid quickly with TPT. It's request day +1. Would definitely recommend. It's every day. They just move funds to your wallet if you request. Slow. It's been 2 days now with Take Profit Pro to get paid since Monday. I've withdrew 5K this week from them, but they paid. Interesting. Had a delay, but they paid. Seems all good to me. You have anything big coming up for poker? Dude, I was going to play poker this past weekend, but I was sick. The biggest thing that I have coming is some episodes of No Gamble, No Future that I filmed probably a month ago now. Yeah, just under a month ago. And I played one of my biggest televised hands, which is very cool. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Anybody any longs here? I'm too terrified to long this market right now. Please put the music you had yesterday. What's wrong with this music? I love this music. Good morning, Ribs. You ever play with Bill Perkins? I have not played with Bill Perkins yet. He's a good dude. I want to play with him. He's dope. Play with a lot of different people. Never with Bill, though. Up 1,220 on a combine with these tunes. I love it. There you go. Okay, Rips, let's settle this once and for all. Phil Ivey's the go-to poker. Yeah, I agree. I got to live out a dream. I beat him in a hand. Wasn't like any big size pot. It was like a few $1,000, but it was cool to be able to play against Phil. I hope that I play against him many more times. Makes me think, dude, X is such a funny and magical place. Like I posted like during the time when I was playing the WPT cash game with Phil and all these other people. There's this it's like person who like clearly is just some nobody, and they're like, yeah, you know, when I used to play with Phil, like, it's like, dude, you never played with Phil Ivey, man. People are so funny on X. Like, I call it LARPing, live action role playing. There's a lot of people on X who love to LARP. I don't know. I think it's just like an internet thing. Like, there's a lot of people who go on the internet and just pretend that they're somebody else completely. Like, I get having like a persona and everything, but like if you're gonna be like representative of yourself, I feel like you should be true to yourself. It's a slippery slope, I suppose, because it's online. Who cares? But at the end of the day, like, there's a lot of weirdos out there that are more interested in LARPing than living out their real lives. Hey, Rebs, new viewer here. You keep saying ADG, but it's ADJ. Oh, my bad. Also, this music is awful. Sorry, could you maybe turn it down? No, this is great. How do we not like this music? Do we not like this music? What's the vibe that you folks want to hear? I enjoy this music. Do you offer pieces of action in poker? I've never sold action. I always use my own money. I've never been staked one single time in poker, ever. And I've been playing poker for over 20 years. I've never, ever, 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 ever sold action. Not in a tournament, not in a cash game, and I've never been staked ever in my life. Every single dollar that you've ever seen me play is my own money. Wicks and Dreams says, got my first Apex payout approved yesterday. 2 PAs twist their arm to put on a good deal so I can add another 18 accounts. Dude, I'm trying everything I can to get us, you know. Let me see here. Ooh, you know what I could do? Let me see if this works. This could be a vibe. Let's try this now. You are now on the beaches of Ibiza. We are pushing up here. I did not expect this move to be as extraordinary as it is. I guess we came down, we found out that sellers were exhausted there. Nobody wanted to sell it down lower. I'm guessing that they're saying that this move is pricing in the reciprocal tariffs, I suppose. I'm surprised that we didn't even go and revisit down here, those lower lows. The response says, chat, if you're coming here to advertise, you will be banned or timed out for 24 hours, so type with caution. Resmond, chill out. I love you. I was vibing too, but I have to serve the people, you know? Do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. This music is way worse. Oh, goodness. Everyone is trying to short, so I think this is a fake move. Yeah, one thing that the market makers love to do is they like to get people that are offsides that can't handle outpaced moves. So we could definitely be going lower, but this is an extraordinary move there. I mean, this market is incredible how much it moves. If you get banned, how do you know? How do you know what? I mean, you probably can't type anymore. Big Pebbles says up 3.3K on my Tradify funded. 6 more days of small trading. There you go, man. Beautiful. Yeah, we are wrestling right around the VWAP right now. It's crazy how, dude, NQ has just been crazy lately. It's weird, like trading the ES yesterday was very relaxing. I did have some trades on the NQ, but then I think like for the 75% of my trades were on the on the S&Ps, on the ES. You ever tried drinking carrot juice to get rid of the cold? Yeah, sure. I still feel like hot garbage though. It's like, it's gotta be more than a cold. Like I couldn't hear out of an ear yesterday. Some type of infection. Love this volume. Trump markets are fun and lucrative. I love it too. There's just a lot of people who haven't been through this type of market cycle before, so it's a little bit spooky for them, which is fine. It's okay. And that's why I would suggest, you know, trading in micros or just using a practice account. There's no shame in doing any of that. Wonder if we're gonna push up all the way here to that prior 4-hour mid. It's gonna be interesting to see if we get all the way up to 172 and see kind of what happens up there. Anything could happen. We are bulling. Besant just said there's a little bit of uncertainty about the economy. However, the economy is very solid. He just said, it's Main Street's turn now, not Wall Street's. The Treasury Department will take greater role in financial regulation. I mean, they keep on pretending like the Fed suddenly wants to cut rates, but every single Fed member who's a voting member is like, nah, we're good. Every single one. They're like, nah, we're not in any kind of hurry to cut rates, so it's kind of crazy to see that. You need an Irish hot toddy, whiskey, hot sugar, sugar, and a couple of cloves. Yeah. Hot water, sugar. Yeah. See, I can't even read. I don't drink alcohol anymore, but I've used to drink hot toddies when I would go in the mountains. Big Kahuna says, I get nervous as F buying tops in this market. Can't hold, always a scalp. Doing well, but keep missing the bigger moves. You can always just leave one runner. You know, if you're trading 3 contracts, take off 2, leave 1 to run. It's okay to leave a runner. Sometimes it's not going to work. And who cares what a big move is, you know? Trade what works for you. If scalping's your MO, scalp. There's no shame in that. Tanner Mackin says, why would they cut rates when they're saying tariffs are inflationary? The battle inflation with interest, correct. That's why their whole tone on everything is like, yeah, we're chilling. So I don't know what the White House is talking about, but we're big chilling over here. I'm curious if the NQ is going to touch as high as 172 here on this poll. The book is incredibly thin. Like, this book is prepped for like some headline coming out and being like, China said bigger tariffs now, and then flush 600 points right now. If you want to be part of the Discord, all you have to do is click the sign up thing. Oh, wait, something. Hold on. What's happening? I'm waiting to see what that headline was. There's a big headline there. If you want to join the Discord, I mean, hold on. Some good conversations with other countries regarding tariffs and trade. Crazy town. Look at that. We're right back to the daily open. Like we never left, baby. A lot of people shorting into this move too. But yeah, if you want to join the Discord, I don't recommend that you do, first of all. I recommend you stick around for the free YouTube streams. It's free. Free is the best price in the world. Okay, so the tariffs right now are the ceiling. If other countries do not retaliate, the only one that is not negotiating is China. Sorry, there's like 6 people talking. I'm trying to get the most important pieces out. So basically, that's why we got the pop, is Besant is saying that is our ceiling on tariffs. There's not going to be any bigger tariffs, at least for now. This is what he's saying. That's why we saw the pop. So that's kind of bullish, for sure. But, you know, again, China's the big scary one in the room here. Sorry, I'm like, if I stop mid-sentence, it's because there's so many people talking, and this is important news, and I want to deliver it to you in real time. So Besant is basically saying that we're no longer going to tariff any other countries harder. Only China is leaving that door open for us. Other countries are negotiating with us. Therefore, we have hit our ceiling with other countries, and they're all willing to negotiate. So that's why you saw that uptick in the market there. That was a move from 130 to almost 230. It was insane. So sorry if I stop like mid-sentence. There's a lot of people in my ears talking right now. Talks are going better than expected. Why use squawks when we have a live squawk here? Use code revs, yeah. Let's see what else he's saying. There's also the, I mean, it would be so insane that if Europe aligned with China in this whole trade war, that is kind of something that could be, if Europe bends the knee to China, we're kind of in a pickle here. I think they're done talking. Hold on. George says, I caught that long. Love it when a plan comes together. One and done for the day. My man. Love to see it. Do you have to pay for data on Apex? Not that I'm aware of, no. You just have to sign the data agreements. So markets are just kind of digesting that conversation that was just had. It's such a gross market right now as far as like cleanliness of moves. If you're on the right side of moves, you're definitely being rewarded. Hopefully you're using, like I said at the top of the call today, hopefully you are using stops if you are trading this, like if you were short into that move, hopefully you had a stop that stopped you out before it got too violent. And longs right now, 17,134. Good luck. Good luck. So April 2nd tariffs are the ceiling of what countries would face as long as there's no retaliation against the U.S. China's the only country that has escalated on that. So again, reiterating what I just said moments ago. I'm curious if the market is going to hold this pump on that. I mean, because it's not very definitive. There is a chance that other countries could still retaliate. It would be very stupid for other countries to do that. They don't really have a dog in this fight. I think they're all going to bend the knee and negotiate. It's imperative, this is a new truth, it's imperative that Republicans in the House pass the tax cut bill. Now our country will boom. If Europe escalates, it's game over. I agree with you 100%. We are 5 seconds from the top of the hour. Here's your 9 a.m. liquidity coming in. Give me a second. Oh my God, we have Kashkari just speaking now. Oh my good God. Ah, dude, you're not even a voter. He's teasing that we're going to have rate cuts. Oh, Kashkari, you're doing your thing. He's so funny. He's the only one that's not a voter that moves the market like this. I swear to God. Well, if you're long, think Mr. Neil Kashkari there. He carried your cash to the north side. He's just trying to grab something there. That was insane. So that was Kashkari. Near-term neutral rate will fall likely from tariffs. Big deal. Give me a second. I'll try to... Hold on. That's Neil with 2 E's, by the way. He doesn't use an I in his name because it's not about him. It's about the team. No, that was not the 9 a.m. algo. That was actually Kashkari. Wow. Good luck if you're trading this. Good luck. Holy cow. It's crazy. Good stuff. Remember what I said at the top of the call. If you're trading without a stop today, you're going to have a bad time. I promise you this. ES is beautiful scalping territory. I mean, it's very nice, isn't it? Yeah, ES has been quite lovely. So markets are pushing up here, sort of negating what we saw from that China stuff. We are about 28 minutes here from the market open. If you are enjoying the stream, do me 2 favors. Go ahead and click the like button and make sure you are subscribed to the stream. We're trying to get over 35,000 subs in here and grow the channel. Also, if you want to see more behind the scenes stuff, what I'm doing outside of the trading life, you can follow me on X and Instagram. X is more trading related. Instagram is more lifestyle stuff if you're interested. How do you tell if there's an algo move? They usually have times that they turn on. You can see the liquidity being added to the order book. If you french fry instead of pizza, you're going to have a bad time. That's the truth right there. I just want to eat like Rips. That's funny. I miss being outside. I'm like, I hate being sick so much. I just want to be outside. It's so nice here too. It's like 80 degrees. It's so perfect. Yeah, South Park. But if I remove my stop, the market makers won't be able to hit it. Yeah, you got those sim prop firm money market makers out there. They're coming for your stops. You better watch out. What's up, Tomoki? I don't know why, but I'm like feeling more flu-y than I was yesterday. It's horrible. I don't know what's going on. I'm supposed to go to the dentist today too. Ugh. I have like a gnarly pounding headache. God, I'd hate to miss today too. Market's so good. People seriously still LARP. Hi, Rips. I'm your current neighbor. I noticed you left your trash can. Yes, people still do LARP. There's a lot of LARPers in the trading community, unfortunately. It's a ridiculous thing. You don't get anywhere in your trading if you're LARPing. So if you missed this morning's discussion, I was talking about how important it was to use a stop. And if you're still not using stops, I think you're absolutely insane. There's no reason to not use stops. We are pushing up towards 5,000 in the S&Ps here. So it is kind of aligning. This is 50-10. We do push up into that. There's definitely a lot of resistance at that level. So if we burst through that, we could potentially see, you know, a breakdown of this here too. We would expect there to be some level of downside pressure here. Some level. And we'll see if we come into that as resistance. You know, it might take a while for the market to get there, so it could just kind of trend and end up be perfect. Where it all align, and then either we get a huge breakout or snap down. That's where my brain goes, even though TA has very little to do with it, but we're looking at where the liquidity is resting. Where are people in pain? Where are people opening trades? Where are people closing trades? You know, we may have COVID. I just got over that. I don't know. Maybe. This feels gross. All right, do we tag 5,000 here in the S&Ps? We're running for it. We're gunning for it. It wants it. I don't like stops because I hate being wicked out. Then I get the move I'm looking for. I mean, Cash Gary again. Oh no, this is old. This guy gets to the news like 5 minutes late. He's so funny. What are the odds of a rate cut now in the next meeting? Did they increase at all? Let's see. Yeah, they are at 54% now. What were they? 1 week ago was at 10%. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, we're tagging 5,000 here. Let's see what happens. Remember, 50-10 is like more of the area, more than 5,000. Are rate cuts going to generate more demand for our treasury bonds? They're not. Then that's the thing, is like, I don't think that, like, this pump is kind of silly. I think that we're running into the same thing we saw yesterday, which is like, let's mess up all the early shorts, get them all booty blasted, and then we can send the market down after we've taken out all of those early shorts that were like the overnight Globex shorts. That's what this feels like to me. Oh, dude, I feel so freaking sick right now. This is horrible. Oh. What news do you have on? I'm subscribed to every single squawk that you can have. So I have tons of people yapping in my ear. All right, so we're through 50-10 here. 23 minutes to the open. I got full-blown AIDS. That's what it is. Just bought Best Loser Wins, gonna arrive today. I love that. It's a great book. It's very good. Feel your ribs. Spent the last 2 days entertaining a customer out of town. I'm dog sick since return flight. Dang, I'm sorry, man. There's a pill for that. Well, we swept above 50-10. Is that going to be the top? I mean, we almost kissed the exact freaking thing that we had drawn there. I guess our angle should have been a little bit sharper, right? Angle should have been, that's not the right button. Angle should have been right there. Should have known. What an insane move up, squeezing the heck out of the shorts. This will dump like heck after the open. Yeah, I agree. I think it would. They're still talking. Somebody will suspend tariffs. Oh, the EU Commission will impose first countermeasures against the US on April 15th. Countermeasures can be suspended if the US makes a fair deal. Okay, so then who's the EU we're aligning with now? Whew, crazy. Remember when AIDS was the boogeyman? Now there's some Tylenol. I hope we can say that about cancer in 100 years, in less than 100 years from now. Remember when cancer was the boogeyman? Now there's some Tylenol. Coming down now. I'll be right back with you folks. All right, we are back. What did we miss? Nice little fade there. Back to the 4-hour mid. How many M and Q is equal to the same move as one ES? I mean, it's $50 a point on the ES. It's $20 a point on the NQ. So it'd be 2.5 points. Right? Where do I read my news? Squawks. I have every squawk that you could possibly get. Lag. Is anybody else having issues with Discord? Or are we good? No? Good? Okay. Oh, man. I feel so bad. Like hot garbage right now. It's awful. How do I change this ES? Markets are holding at 49.80 right now. Only feel better is take your Bentley on a joyride. Dude, I miss driving my cars. I want to drive my freaking cars so bad. Just want to feel better. I miss being healthy. I miss feeling like 100%. That's all I want. Just feel healthy. Dude, I've had pho for the last 4 days straight. I'm so sick of it. I'm like so over it at this point. I had it yesterday too. I'm like getting pretty tired of it. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna try a short here in my Tradeify accounts. See if we can get something working for us. If we break through this level, it should be pretty violent here to the downside. So that's what I'm hoping for. We have room up to the 90s. So if that comes up to the 90s, we can sell it again. A lot of overhead supply here. We have to get below 80s for this to make sense. There's a little small player that's trying to get filled here. Nobody wants to be the first one in the pool to fill him. Oh, spiking. May get stopped out. Maybe. Will it hold? Almost got stopped out there. That was a spooky spike. That was wild. We almost got stopped out. Alright, I'm just gonna take that off. That was spooky. We almost got taken out of that trade. Why is it like that? Why is the thing... Oh, because I'm in the ES now. That's why the position window's all messed up. Hey, there we go. Yay. Oh, I'm so exhausted right now. I feel so sick. We traded that in the S&Ps because I'm an S&P trader now. You ate pho for 2 weeks straight when I was on leave? Yeah. Huh, good exit on that trade. Whatever. I don't know what to say. What's going on in the NQ? Let's have a look. Dang, look at this. The NQ is moving 50 points. This is such a sick market. Markets are opening in 12 minutes. Suppose we can see what happens. Do you think the market will close up today? I mean, I think that we're probably going to run up and then come right back down. There's no really good news coming out. AMP increased their margins? Did you get your AMP account fueled yet, buddy? Yeah, they didn't raise my margin. Edge Clear's like, yo, we've been seeing your trading, dude. Yeah, I got the email 30 minutes ago. My margins are clean, baby. Yeah, I see AMP. Suckers. I'm kidding. No, AMP's at 7,300 and well, 5K on ES, yeah. BBC News, Trump says impacted countries are calling up and kissing my ass in a bid to get negotiate. Is that for real? I didn't see that headline. That's funny. I always take financial medical advice from random strangers on the internet. Me too, man. Maybe that's why I'm sick. Yeah, the broker's been increasing margin from 4 to 10. Yeah, that's normal. That's totally normal. Should be 4 to 7 though, not 4 to 10. 4 to 10 is ridiculous. Man, I feel like freaking garbage. I don't know how it's like so annoying. We got 10 minutes till the opening, folks. 10 minutes. Are you ready? Hi, Rips. If I did not get paid from a prop firm last year, can I still claim the expenses, test fees, and activation fees? I mean, I have no idea. I'm not an accountant. Check it out. I'm not a professional financial advisor. Says it right there. I bet you if I posted my P&L from these Tradeify accounts, it would get more engagement on Twitter than me posting a $50,000 day in a real money account. That's why I think X is a magical place. Just do some math, you'll feel a lot better. Always cures my colds. I'm just worried about the fact that I'd be awake for 3 weeks. Maybe that's just me. Poker chips are the dirtiest items on earth. When you play poker, you're training your immune system. Yeah, dude, that's what I thought. I was like, I'm building up such a good immune system out here. Apparently I'm not. Kind of crazy. It's ridiculous. But after that 3 weeks, you're good. Yeah, I probably would not be sick any longer. Would definitely have some scabs all over my face, but you know. Yeah, I can't answer that, unfortunately. I'm not a financial advisor. Good morning, dividends for keeps. What's going on? Strip clubs. I'm not a strip club guy, unfortunately. Never really been that guy. Not my thing. Sure, Vegas gets more germs than most places given how many people visit each week. Dude, and that's why I don't understand. It's like how my immune system is not like insane being here. What do I think of panicans? They're horrible people. Don't be a panican. I've been hydrating myself. Believe me. 7.5 minutes till the opens. Yes, dude. I have considered doing that. Put the chips right here. You know, when I order a drink, I take 5 chips and I put them in there instead of ice cubes and I swirl it around. And that's how I build up my immune system. Severe allergies? I don't think this is allergies. It could be a mix of allergies and a flu, something. If I was your doctor, Rips, I'd prescribe that 3 times. How do you know I'm not getting it 4 times a day, my friend? I might be overdosing. So you get that rush when in a trade similar when you look down at pocket aces? No. And I don't even get a rush when I look down at pocket aces. I really don't. I mean, I get a rush when I'm pulling a pot in. Like, that's when I get my full dopamine release, is when I'm pulling a pot in. I'm dragging that pot. I don't like to get too excited too early. There's no real value in that, I don't think. Yeah, no, I know. Bookmap's on NQ. Thank you. I'm watching both. I have this chart over here is ES. Bookmap is NQ. They're both moving in tandem, so. I did trade ES on that last trade in Tradeify. What are the odds of pocket aces winning? Depends on what hands you're up against. It's the best starting hand in No Limit Texas Hold'em. Or Texas Hold'em, sorry. What was your biggest learning moment with competitive poker? Probably what I learned from trading was just having patience and understanding that you're not in control. Like, you have no control over the ultimate outcome of a hand. Like, the deck is set. That there will be a winner of that hand and a loser of that hand. Obviously, your actions during the course of that hand can change the lines that your opponents take, but you're not in control of what the deck will produce, in a sense. Like, everybody's always so mad, like, oh, my aces got cracked, my kings got cracked. Oh, I can't believe this guy called me down with a 1-liner to a flush, or 3-liner to a flush draw, or whatever the case. You're not in control. Same thing with the market. Like, you're not in control where the market's going. You just have to move with the market. It's kind of like you just have to find fluidity and patience in both these activities. Thank you, Gary. I also have a short on my Instagram account where you can watch that hand against Phil. 60-second version of it. Ace on the River, best book I've ever read by Barry Goldstein. He's a ledge. Well, it looks like we were too early on that short. This is the move that I was looking for, but hey, here it comes down. Started the Mind Over Markets book per your rec, Ripsy. What do you think? It's not an easy read, huh? Very slow read, because you're like, you go through a page and be like, wait, what did I just read? I gotta read this again. This is ridiculous. A very slow read. All right, let's see what happens here on the NQ off the open, shall we? Oh, look at that, 172, interesting. Crazy. Remember when we were using 927 yesterday? Wasn't that fun? Remember the time? Definitely in the advanced beginner phase, so much knowledge. Yeah, it's intense. It's a great read. Maybe you have to leave Vegas for a bit, let your immunity catch up, your body's building immunity, but still being bombarded, or maybe just stay home for a while. No, neither of those are going to happen. I love it here. I love it here so much. And I just love playing poker here. I'm always out and about. I think I like the game because it's basically unsolvable. I have a need to figure it out. I mean, yeah, definitely. I think that's something that keeps us coming back. I think it's the rush too that brings us back. I just like competitive games. I like chess. I like tennis. I like trading. Competitive games. I don't think I should be touching my personal today for the rest of the day. That's where my head's at, or at least like maybe until I recover a little bit. Physically. Did you see Elon say he's undefeated in chess? No. Hey, again, if you're just joining us, we did do well in our personal account this morning. We took a trade for $5,400. That might be all we make today, which is fine. Perfectly fine with me. No big deal. If that's the way it turns out, hey, that's the way it turns out. So combined across the board, we're looking at 327 times 5 plus whatever, 5,700 bucks, $7 in the profit today. This music is great. I feel like I'm at a nightclub. Maybe that's what's making me feel like crap. The pounding of the music. All right, this is the last one in my fridge here. Back with online poker, I used to do that as well. I used to cover the screen so I couldn't see my cards, and I would play the rhythm of somebody heads up. I also used to play blind a lot too, to teach myself to play people better in poker. That was a long time ago. Okay, folks, markets are opening in 1 minute and 5 seconds. 1 minute, 5 seconds. See how these things shake out. Expect a lot of crazy moves here off the open. 50 points in a move is nothing in this type of market. Paradise Poker, no, I played on Ultimate Bet was where I played the most heads up cash. It was where I learned, like, that was my battleground. Heads up, Ultimate Bet. The speed of heads up on Ultimate Bet was so sick. Full tilt Poker Stars was so slow. Takes so long. Ultimate was like instant. Just like cards were flying, chips were flying, cards were flying. I don't know if I'm trading either, but I have NQ open on my Tradeify platform, which is probably not a great idea, but hey, I'm here for it. Be in Vegas for June for chess event. Well, good luck. I hope you crush them all. Oh, here we go. Open drive here in the NQ. Very forceful open drive here. Wow. A lot of action. A lot of action. That's when Mike McD lays down the winning hand. Rolled up kings. Or maybe it was rolled up aces. All right, seeing if we're holding above these 250s here. Market makers are in and out of this market right now. Ace 5 suited, the solver's hand. Your chess event is at the Flamingo? That's wild. Is that even still around? The Flamingo's still around? That's crazy. What an open. Nothing happening. A lot of shaking. We're kind of bouncing at the 4-hour open here. Bouncing against it, I should say. Top Step is frozen? Anybody else? Top Step X is frozen? Wow. That was a 100 point candle. Wow. Let's see if equities can start breaking up through these EMAs. Be curious to see. Can it hold this push above 300? I'm going to try this actually. It is kind of holding this push above 300 here. I think we could target like above 360 here. Might have some resistance at these 50s. Yeah, we were just open driving here. I'm gonna take that off. Okay. Nice little long there. in the NQ on our Tradeify accounts. Go us. Yeehaw. Let's see here. Yeah, this is looking a little bit toppy. This music is a vibe, huh? Oh, I'm feeling like garbage, Jeffrey. $1,600 on that long, nice, very nice. Nice work. Nice work there, Wilhelm. Good stuff. Oh, man. I feel like garbage. S&Ps are wanting to push up here a little bit. I keep forgetting to take zinc. I need to take some frickin' zinc. Trump just posted, be cool. Everything is going to work out well. The USA will be bigger and better than ever. Dude, how great was that movie? Be cool. You're a star. Twinkle, twinkle, baby. Have you ever seen Be Cool? Bill says, Ribs, you done got the clap? I got it from your mom, dude. You know that. Obviously. Cold snap, I've never had that before. Dude, the twinkle twinkle baby. I gotta find that line now from Be Cool. It's Vince Vaughn. I mean, this is too long of a clip. I can't play that whole thing. It's too funny though. Dang, look at that pullback below 5,000 and straight up to 5,020 in the S&Ps. Crazy. NQ kind of stuck. S&P's having a little bit more movement than the NQ here. Kind of stuck at these 300s. Dude, it's so crazy. This thing is just moving so freaking fast. Like that's a 75 handle move there off that 250 level. VJ Martin says, good morning from Henderson. Thanks for yesterday's stream of the Market Clubhouse. Of course, man. There you go. Congrats on winning. 900 bucks. Should I lock Tradeify? I don't know. The most I can make is like 2,000, right? What's the difference between advanced and growth plan on Tradeify? I get these questions a lot. There's, and I'm not like throwing shade at you or anything. Don't take this the wrong way. But all their help section that is like right here, this help center thing, like literally has every single question. So like straight to sim funded advanced growth accounts, like it tells you literally every single thing and it makes it like the most plain English to understand. Like every single rule is explained in here and it's going to be a lot quicker than me trying to explain it to you. So you just go to your dashboard and it's literally right here, Help Center. Their articles in Help Center are so helpful. So if you have any questions about what account and da-da-da-da-da, you just go Help Center right there. That's it. Cool? Cool. It's really easy to understand once you go in there because like all of the rules for like sim to funded, straight to sim funded, like the profit targets, how much you can make, blah, 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 blah. It's all in there. It's very, very helpful. Extreme. Like there's some help centers where you're like, ugh, this sucks. No, this one's like straight to the point. Trump just said this is a great time to buy. Yep. This is a great time to buy. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Gold, holy cow. Let me see. What's happening? Wow, jeez. Gold on the blue chew this morning. My goodness. What a crazy choppy open. This is definitely blowing some accounts today, I'm sure. I think this is serving out the original thesis that we had, that it's going to drop higher, go for that liquidity up high, and then just slam it back down. Because there's nothing that changed that makes this more positive for the markets, right? You know what I mean? Part of me just wants to lock up these Tradify accounts for the day. I'm sure Trump is also day trading today. Yeah, he's actually in his Apex accounts. You didn't see that? He posted about that yesterday on Truth Social. He's like, I just got 2,300K Apex accounts using code RIPS. It's the most tremendous trading thing I've ever seen. Sorry, my Trump voice is not there. Got to work on it. Okay, so that was a 150-point candle there in about a minute. Welcome to the best market in the world. Your Trump voice is literally, dude, no, it's not. It's horrible. I need to work on it. All right, calm down. DJT is now popping the Trump media shares. Wow, this is going right for those previous 4-hour highs. This is crazy. That is wild to see this. This is not a move I expected. That's almost 200 handles, dude. Dude, wow. Wow, you can make so much money in this market. Holy smokes. That was like almost 200 points, dude. What in the world? Okay, now it was 200 points. Jeez. What in God's name is happening? All right, we're sweeping up at those 4-hour highs. Is that enough? Freaking insane, dude. And this is with the China tariff thing? That is nuts. Code rips is huge. Yeah. This is insane, dude. This is like actually insane. I can't believe that that was a 200-point candle. Wow. Dude, look at these pops now. These are there's gonna be a blow off top in this. I mean, there was just a huge displacement there. Wow. That might have been, nope. I was like, that might have been the blow off top. No, it was not. I mean, it looks like they're feathering in a lot of shorts up here, but I feel like they're going to blow this out through 500 now. Yeah, there it goes. Through 500. Holy crap. All right, people are off sides. Let's join them. All right, if you can't beat them, join them. 550, I suppose. Boy, does it want it. There we go. Out. Okay, cool. Yay. Bonkers, dude. This is bonkers. That's insane. I still think that we're going to end the day much lower, but hey, who cares about my bias, right? I think I can comfortably lock up these Tradify accounts now. What's happening in ES? What a freaking juicer on the ES. Kind of insane. Well, we broke through the wedge. I mean, that would have been a great buy right there if we were trading that. It's too much going on, and I'm too sick to handle this. There's my levels. So we almost hit the previous week low. Anybody else out there catch any of these trades themselves? This is pretty extraordinary. Yes, good, nice. I mean, this is crazy down. Pulling back at these 50s. That might be it though, right? That might be the blow off top and the ridiculousness, but who am I to say? We got 5130 above us. Nice work, everybody. Look at that. Day one, new XFA, $4,000. Beautiful. Past Combine 50K. Yes. Nice. You'd love to see it. It's crazy. Markets are nuts. Quite the rally. I wonder if we just fade the whole thing now. Wouldn't that be something? Just fade the entire shebangle. Mexico announced 14 new oil and gas fields. Is that right? Point of control just moved to 50-50 in the S&Ps, and we're still coming down here. So that might have been the beginning of the big fade here. See if they're pumping this thing back up at all. They can't even bring it back up to 50, surprisingly. Kind of wild to see that, actually. Yeah, it's giving back the entire Pompacito here. Can't even get back into the 40s now. Wild to see this. A lot of overhead supply above us. Looking for 20s to the downside here. Very heavy sellers here. I'll cover that. So we nabbed a couple points. We're up $6,700 now in our personal. I said we're up $6,700 in our personal. Hey, okay. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. It's only 6. Relax. Relax. You guys get a little crazy sometimes. Gotta chill out. Tom says, well, that drop got 300K. I won here pass. Give it up for Tom. Let's go, Tom. My man. Nice work there, Nick. Welcome back, buddy. I'm still from the camp that we're going to go much lower here. We talked about this before the market even opened. We said it's probably going to seek higher liquidity and then just reject and go much, much lower. Even when we were going up, I said, hey, I think that we're probably going to go much lower. We're just squeezing those early shorts. Why don't you show your live account screen while trading? I don't want people copying my trades. It's my account. I can do whatever what do they call it? The ever-loving I want to do. You know what I mean? Technically speaking, I can do whatever the mother I want because, you know, it's my account. I think it's ever-loving is the actual technical term of that. Why do you gotta be so aggressive? Am I? Is that aggressive? I don't think that's aggressive. I personally don't think it's aggressive. Hey, Jess. How are you? We want to steal your trades, but you're in the wrong spot. This is educational. This is a fun entertainment stream. We're here to learn together. I've been repeatedly saying I think the market's going to fade. If you like to agree with my terminology on things and you like to agree with my sentiment, well, then you probably should have been short. If that's your MO, you know what I mean? Wax on, wax off. Let's Miyagi this bad dogger. Do you see? Like, I make it pretty clear. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're sitting here and you're like, I need signals. Well, Buster, number one, signals are not going to get you any further in your life than where you are now. Number two, I'm pretty clear on when I'm saying something about the market. For instance, the market was going straight up and I said, well, I think this is a pump. This is going to return back to earth. We took out highs and then we returned back to earth. Do you see what I'm saying? Like if you're looking for signals, that's as clear as the signal is going to be. Short. If I hold your hand and I walk you through a trade and you're just taking the exact same trade I'm taking, you're not going to learn anything. And if you don't like that, there's other people you could watch who don't trade. I mean, there's plenty of people you can watch out there trading little micros and making their $200 a day. And I've been trading for like 3 or 4 years. Maybe that's your speed. This is how I run my program. Feeling a little bit better? No, unfortunately not. I thought I was when I woke up, but now I just feel fluey. National says, I'm done for the day. I've been blessed with 2 back-to-back 5-figure days. How much did you do there? Wait, where are you? Hold on, where are you, National? Did you post? Post your P&L. I want to see it. Come on, give me the juice. Give me the juice. Come on, National. Oh, show me the greens, baby. People have to put in the chart time and learn the rhythm and come up with their own strategy. I agree. You're not going to learn anything from copying some retard on YouTube like me. I'm killing it. Good. Nice. Could you please add watermarks to your chart so we see your time frames? It's right there. Look. It's right there. They are watermarked. Lots of liquidity. Many people were short due to China tariffs. Market took them out and will imminently dump. That's been our kind of thesis since the open here. That's why I didn't take that long. I mean, I took it long in the prop account, but had I known we were going to get that big of a squeeze, you bet your bottom dollar I would have taken 50 contracts long in the S&Ps. Like, you kidding me? How much got I made on 50 contracts? Let's just do the funsy math. I always love doing this, torturing ourselves. So 50, 70 minus 49.90, 80 points, 50 contracts, $50 a point. Could have made $200,000 on that move, but we didn't see it that way, and that's okay. Instead, I made $1,000 on a little scalp to the downside. That's it. We were short. That was it. The short was opening over the Monday mid. See this cluster of stuff up here? Because we didn't take out the previous week low, getting short here and then covering at the 4-hour mid, as close to it as possible. That was the trade. That was what we did. Like in this cluster right there is where we want to revisit this liquidity. My buddy is currently setting up the longest slack line ever. He will set world record in a few hours, almost 1 mile. Awesome. That's crazy. Longs all the way. What's going to happen is there's going to say we came into an agreement with China. The market will resume back to all-time highs. I could see that too. I don't know if today's going to be that day, but yeah, I for sure would never discount that being something that could potentially happen. 100%. I'm with you on that one. Buys rips. I'd wrap my broker's P&L around my... It's not a big one today. It's $6,700. We're on a roll though. We're up like almost $160,000 in 7 trading days so far. So I'm proud of that. Of course, I'm proud of it. I think we're up well over $250,000 in the last 20 trading days, which is great. Very happy about it. ES moves so much pre-market. NY open looks just garbage in comparison. Yeah, I mean, this is a great move though. This is 80 points. This is big movements here. We're running into the EMA again. I think this is the 200 or the 50. The 50. We're running into the 50 EMA on the S&Ps right now. You need to add a disclaimer. Results are not typical. That's what we got right here. This is it. It's all educational entertainment. Most day traders lose money. Stream is for entertainment only. That is correct. Entertainment. Caught 1100 on the long. Let's go, Jason. Love to see it. My pre-market shorts got squeezed. Should have taken the loss and following the current trend. It'll slowly build this back up. That's okay. You'll be fine. Try not to be stubborn if you're on the wrong side of things. You have to think about it this way. And this is one thing that helped me exercise. Like, so you're like short. Let's just use like whole numbers. I know these are not the areas you're short from, but I'm hoping this helps. You're short from here and it starts grinding against you. So you start moving your stop. Like, let's say your stop was here. You start moving it to here and it keeps going and going and going. It's a lot easier to just stop yourself out and then miss this whole chunk and then get back in when it's starting to show you that it's proving itself to the short side. Taking out these highs would be proving to you that it's ready to short. But just being patient and not being stubborn. I know it's a tall order, but the stubbornness is what's going to cost you the most in the long term, because the stubbornness is usually going to be like, instead of stopping out from here to here, the stubborn range then expands to here. So you're taking like 5x the cut. Do you see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? It's always going to cost you more money being stubborn, even if your stubbornness was warranted. Like, let's say that you take off the trade and now it reverses, and you know, it's just much better to stop out and wait, because there's always going to be one trade that can come back, bring you back in the game, and you're not trading to get back to even. Like, you shouldn't let one trade wreck you, right? Like, you're maximizing your loss leverage by doing all these extra move my stop kind of moves. And in life, we don't want to be wrong, right? We've grown up thinking like being wrong is the worst thing in the world. It's not in trading. Like, you're going to be wrong often. I took, I think, 2-3 losing trades yesterday, maybe something like that. Maybe. I don't know. I do take, I have losing trades during my session. It happens. You just move on. You cut and you move on. And it helps too if you think about trading as like one big long session. Stop thinking about it in days, because it's like, let's just say like, look, I'm up $6,700 today in my personal, but yesterday I made 44,000 or 42, whatever I made. Let's just call it 50 grand between the 2 days. If I lost 20K today, did I lose 20K on the day? Like, there's an argument to be said for, it's like, you just look at it as one big long extended session. I hope that I would never lose 50K in a day. That'd be pretty, like, I'm probably like very wrong in the market. I shouldn't trade to that point. The point is that look at it as one big long session. And if you stop out and you like end the day with $1,000 in the red, it's a heck of a lot better than blowing accounts and starting yourself from like reversing 4 days of work. It's time that you can't get back, right? That's the biggest thing in the markets, is that the time that you spend trading, you can't get that back. And it only takes just one wrong trade to undo multiple days, weeks, months, years of work. I've seen I've seen small cap traders trade for 3 to 5 years, and then they take one trade and they're out of the game for good. And I've seen that many, many times. And if you think it can't be you, it can be you. Obviously with futures, you don't really run that risk, as you can still, if you have a big account and all that. But point is like, think of it as one long extended session, so that when you do have red on your screen, that you're not sitting there and be like, I need to battle back to green. The market doesn't know what a day is in regards to what your P&L is, right? If you made $10,000 in a week and then you lost 1,000 on the day, and you're sitting there and you're like, I can't have a red day, you're still up $9,000 on the week. It's one long session. Imagine if you made $10,000 in the day and you took one trade that same day, you're up 10,000, and you lose one trade, you go from 10,000 to 9,000. Are you really going to be that bummed out? No, you're up $9,000. Why would you be bummed out? You'd probably be like, all right, well, I'm out of the pocket now. Okay, let's take that same energy and push that into a single day now. You're up 10,000 on the week. Oh, I just lost a trade. Now I'm only out 1,000. Okay, who cares? I'm still up. Or even if you're down, right? The point is like, it's one long session. Who cares? Stop focusing so much on one trade and what that means. That's what's going to kill you. Is all this making sense? Is this resonating with anybody? One long session. It's not just a day. It's one big long session. Get over it. Because I tell you, you're up $35,000. Let's just say you're on a hot streak. You're up like 2 weeks of trading. You're up $35,000. And then you go into the next session. You have zero on your P&L and you lose, like you have a horrible trade. You lose $5,000. The tilting you wants to get back in and like, oh, I'm going to get this back. I need to get back to green. I got to keep my green streak alive. It doesn't matter. You're probably going to go on tilt and maybe you lose all of it. But then like, cause I've seen this happen with people with XFAs. Like people have XFAs that have like $100,000 in balance, 20K in each XFA. And then they go and they blow it in like a day. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? Like there's not a single trade that's worth ruining everything over. And I know this because I've been there. And you need to start reprogramming your mind and saying like, if I did this all in one day, let's compact those last 3 weeks of trading. You're using whole numbers here. You're up $50,000 in the last 3 weeks of trade. You're doing so well. And then you have one red day for like $2,000 and you're like, I got to make it green. It keeps going lower. You lose like $20,000 on that day. That's crazy because if you compress it down into one single day and you're up $50,000 on the day and you lost $2,000 from your peak, you're sitting there and you're looking at your number went from I'm 50,000 green today to 48,000. You're not going to sit there and be like, oh, dude, I got to get back up to 50. You'll be like, oh, snap. This is a great day. I'm happy. Stop trying to like, oh man, losing's the worst. Dude, losing's a part of this game. I don't bat 100,000 million. Like I lose all the time, dude. All the time. All the time. But I love stopping out. Dude, when I stop out, guess what happens? Stress goes away. Because I don't have to sit there and be like, what's going to happen? Stress is high sometimes in a trade when you're in a trade. But once you hit your stop and you're out, yeah, it sucks. But you need to start reformatting your mind where it's like, thank goodness I don't have to deal with the stress of this stupid trade anymore. I was wrong. Oh, well. And then the worst thing you can do is like you stop out and you start looking at the market like oh, was I really wrong? Wait, was I really? Was I actually wrong? Get over it. Get over it. It's trading, dude. Get over it. You're going to have losses. Put your big girl pants on. Put whatever pants you have. Put them on. Stop being such a baby when you lose. Real talk. Stop being such a baby when you lose. It's not a big deal. It's a loss. Wow. The world's still going to turn. And if you're so frustrated that you need to sit there and you got to be like, dude, move my stop, move my stop, move my stop. And I'm not just talking about you, Stan. No, this is not shots at you. This is for everybody. Because I went through this. Wholesale inventory is up, down actually 0.3%. So the market's bulling on that. Crazy. Look at it as one long session and stop being so freaked out when you have a losing trade. Just get over it. And if you're so frustrated that you're going to start tilting, lock it all up and come back tomorrow. I promise you, if you do that and you come back tomorrow, you will literally sit there and be like, dang, I don't feel any pain right now. This is great. I'm so happy that I didn't blow my account because I'm a knucklehead. Market Clubhouse $7 membership, get access to the Discord channel. It does not. There is a $7 the $7 trial thing does. Yeah, you get a week access, 1 week of access. But I mean, just hang out in the free YouTube streams, man. Why pay? Richard lost 3 of them in a row. Big deal. You know, we move on. Who cares, right? Who cares? Just manage risk. That's a big part of it all. It's actually the grail. If there's one loss shouldn't make you flinch. Exactly. You just move on. It takes time, but you do get numb to it eventually. You're just like, whatever. I'm just moving. Take a loss, you move on. And if you're emotionally attached to that loss, you kind of do some damage to yourself. But over time, you're just like, whatever, moving on. Like, dude, imagine like every single time that I lost a pot in poker, I freaked out. I lose pots in poker all the time. I get bad beats. I get people that get lucky on me. I get like tons of situations that are frustrating. But I don't focus on it the next time I get 2 cards in my hand. I'm not sitting back, oh, I gotta, New hand, new environment. Let's go. Do you know your daily targets? Like I'm only gonna lose 10 grand today. I'm only make 20 grand today. Yeah. I have a hard target on my loss, not on my upside. My upside is dictated by how much mental capital I have remaining. That's it. Like yesterday, I continued to trade. I didn't think I was going to be able to continue to trade, but I continued to have mental capital and I continued to read the market well, so I kept trading. I thought I was going to take a nap yesterday. Today, I don't feel like trading, to be honest. I'm going to miss probably a really nice market, but I just don't feel like trading. I'm probably going to forfeit quite a few dollars of profit by not trading. I could probably, who knows, maybe I can make, maybe today's the day where I make $350,000, you know, but I'm not going to find that out because I'm feeling very much under the weather, and that's life. And I don't care. I'm not sitting here like, I need this. Like, I don't care. That's how you should feel about it. I don't care. It is what it is. I'm missing points right now. I could be long right now. I don't care. Market's going to be here tomorrow, the next day. Like, I couldn't care less. You know? I don't care. Does nothing to me. Does nothing. Like to think of losses as a tuition to the market. If you control your downside, you'll be fine. It's very true. I mean, all I had to do was see that money shot across the super booty blaster. I would know that I could have made it $11,500. Exactly right. I agree. Props can be a cash cow. I was pulling $3,500 a week for 45 minutes of work on my Blue Sky Live account. And then one day I blew it. I need to have a daily stop loss. Yeah, there you go. Wix and Dream scaled 8 MNQ 292 and up, took profits from 396 up to 513. Absolute insanity. Well done, man. That's a great trade right there. I still think I'm from the camp, and again, call me a stubborn moron, that's fine. I still think that we are just drawing liquidity higher because we're going to see a mega slam today. I don't know why we would see the market being bought up unless there's... The only good news that's coming today is the fact that we are negotiating with countries and there might be some release of tension there. But China's the big one, and China fought back, so we'll have to see what happens here. What if we punched back again? We said, oh, 104%, we meant to say 208%, but God, that would be insane, but yeah. It feels like shorts getting blasted. That's what I feel like. That's probably one of the reasons why I'm not really amped to trade it either. I don't like trading fake moves like this. And I don't like trading because I don't have clear direction. I haven't seen a blown off top yet. And I would like to see this at least come up to this previous day mid with fervor and energy. It's just kind of grindy right now, which is kind of weird. So for me, I'm okay not trading this right now. One of the things I went through during the first 3 years was feeling like I had to jump to anything when the answer was the whole time was patience. Yeah, I mean, this need to trade is kind of silly. You can make so much money on one single trade, right? If I sized into the absolute perfect trade, again, the peaks were 50.87. So let's just say, and this is helpful, believe me. Okay, 50.87. 50.87, and we're trading at 50.50 right now. That's 37 points. We trade 50 contracts. That's nearly $100,000 on one single move in one single trade. That is available in this market. And if you're sitting here and you're worried about like, oh, I missed this trade or that trade or this trade, it's like there's always going to be moves. There's always going to be a market available to trade. It's not going anywhere. So you just kind of condition yourself to say, hey, who cares? You miss a move, you miss a move. It isn't a big deal. Looks like this is the move that we were talking about, where it's really just drilling to the center of the earth here. VIX is 50. How far can we really bounce if VIX ain't dropping? I'm from the same camp. We just moved 50 points in the ES there. That's a lot of puntos in the S&Ps. We are seeing a pullback here in Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, Meta. All these big tech names are starting to pull back quite a bit. We are seeing first covers of these early shorts below 50.90. 50.90. Trump is going crazy on Truth Social still? I mean, I saw it like a minute ago, but yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I feel like we could probably recede back down to the weekly open. Still like heavy sellers on this tape here. Extremely heavy sellers. How's the 50-90 treated me? It's been very nice. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. It's been lovely. It's been very fast and snappy. You can see Bookmap on my screen responds quite well to it. I mean, it's very fast to render. Also the DDR6 or DDR5. Is it DDR6 that I have now? I don't know. How can I check? My computer? How do I see what I have? What the heck is the thing? I don't even know how to see what I have here. I thought I could see like my my DDR and all that from the My Computer thing, but I can't find My Computer anymore. Right click display properties. I'm just trying to see like what how much DDR I have, what kind of RAM I have. System information. About, okay, 96 gigs of RAM at 6400 mega transfers. That's got to be DDR5, right? Do they make DDR6 yet? I have 11 terabytes of storage. And I have an Intel Core Ultra 9 285K. Yeah, there we go. I'll be right back. Use the restroom real quick. All right, we are back. We are back. Yeah, DDR6 would be insane. But 6400 mega transfers is insane, right? I feel like that's insane. I feel like that's gnarly. What do I know? Ribs P&L always makes me feel like yes, I'm a problem full time, but P&L piece of garbage next to Ribs. Like, why? Why would you think that? Why not be inspired? Why not just be inspired by it? We rejected the 4-hour open. Dude, 10 a.m. reversal, huh? Crazy. Still sellers, and we are rejecting underneath the 50. Kind of crazy to see this. This is a huge area where the market could break too. A lot of people trying to cover down here. We're at the edge of this volume shelf. A lot of people are likely to cover here. How many hours do you watch the charts per day? When I first started, all day. After hours too. All day, all the time. That was my market tuition. All the time. A lot of people covering at 50-30 here. What's going on in the NAS? $375. Interesting. Yeah, if we, oh wow, there's that break. I was gonna say if we break below those 30s, this thing can tank pretty hard. And it is. It's going. This is a heavy bleed here. Wow, look at this thing go. What a breakdown. This is a big structural breakdown here. I wonder if we can bounce back up to like 25 or so. I'm not so sure that we can. If we do get a bounce back up, I would like to see this up at 30. Little exchange there at 25. Let's see if we can get a bounce back up to 30-ish. Okay, there's your bounce to 30. We have room all the way up to probably about 50 on this thing if we have a real bounce. So we swept that lower liquidity. Let's see if it holds these 30s. Right now it's holding underneath 30. Could see this thing slicing much lower too. A break of 23 here would be massive. It's kind of holding here at 30s still. Big bounces, but they're not being bought up. It's interesting to see. See if we get this slam through the 20s now. Very heavy here. A lot of buyers potentially into these 40s and 50s. All the way up to 50-50 would be a good area, I think, to open short. Watching this thing potentially tuck down below these 30s now. A lot of liquidity there at those 30s. Still being absorbed. This would be a big roll if we snap 30s here. Watching. Still holding at these 30s. If we do break 30s and get down to 25, I think we do have a test of breaking into these 20s. So TBD on this. Just rinsing back down to these 30s here. A lot of bid support underneath those 30s still. See if we can break this 27 level. This is like the pain point on this extension. Seeing some sellers stepping in, but they're not violent. I want to see pure violence below this. Alright, I'll cover that. If they do break these 20s, I might look for a pop bounce to re-enter. I'm just playing this range. We got some good entries there above 40s. Yeah, this is the bounce I wanted to get out of the way from, so. Well, there we have it. It puts us up 10,700 on the day in our personal account. Just playing a very small range. Like I said, you don't have to use a lot of size. You know? We're not breaking our back here. That's why we got out. You see that? Are you paying attention? Are we paying attention? Do you see? That's why we got out. I'm not greedy on these trades. At all. I'm not trying to be greedy on these trades. What's the point of being greedy when you can read the order flow and you can say, well, if we break below these 20s, we did. And then the sellers are like, I didn't really want it this low. And buyers stepping in. That's why we closed the trade. Now we get that pull to 50s. That, I mean, I would have loved, I would have probably added like a 5 lot if we get up to the 50s. Oh, I wanted that. Nice call on that, Richard Harris. Well done. So is me talking through the tape and what I'm seeing, is that helpful for you folks? Because this is why I want to stay alive. If I'm going to take a trade like that, I want to stay alive so I can talk you through what am I seeing in the order flow? Why does it make sense for me to be in this trade? Where are my price limits? What am I anticipating? You know? It's just an open thought stream of exactly what's going through my mind at that given time. My stop was at 61 and a quarter on that trade. I wanted 50s. I wanted 50s. They gave me 45. I'll take 45. I wanted 50s. You can't always get what you want, right? So we take what we can get. Apparently that's $10,000 today. That's it. Man, I'm so tired too. I'm so exhausted. I'm like falling apart. Like my body's starting to shake a little bit. Like I'm hot and then I'm cold, then I'm hot, then I'm cold. Like, dude, what is going on? Somebody said it in chat, like a full-blown AIDS. Yeah, I think I need to rest up. We traded that range perfectly. That was picture perfect. The only thing, you know, as we're coming down, here's how sick I am. This is how sick I am. We're coming down. I think the most I was down in that trade was like $800. The most red I saw in that trade was 800 because we got the pop to 45 and then I added. Here's what's crazy. Hold on, we got some squawks. Something about farm support. For Chile? Something. Yeah, this is for more WASD traders. Here's how I know that I'm really like just a sick puppy dog. The most I drew down on that trade is about $800. It's coming back down in the profit. Well, it was like almost immediately in the profit. Out of the 45, we started to sweep down. As I'm in the profit and it's going lower, and then we actually did break that 26, 25 level, I'm sitting there, I'm like, I can't believe this fucking market didn't give me 50s. That's the first thought I had. Like, I'm going to close a profitable trade. And I'm like, I'm so mad that this market didn't give me 50s. There's only 5 more points. But like, that's how it's just like, I was like angry that the market didn't give me 50s because it did. It did eventually give us 50s. Look, it gave us 50s right there. It's just so annoying. No, I didn't get 50s. I traded to this extension. I got my fill up here. We didn't get 50. I wanted 50s. I'm greedy. We closed down here. We didn't take this ride. You know, I'm not going to trade that. So anyway, any questions here on X or on YouTube? How many years did it take you for consistency? Good question there, Eli. I've been trading. This is my 11th year of trading. The first 3 years were my tuition years, but I did not take it lightly. I'm a perfectionist and I'm an extremist. I spent hours and hours every single day. I taught myself to read tape by starting with time and sales, watching the time and sales, and watching the depth of market. That's how I taught myself how to trade. I had some mentors along the way, but I think that also, like, I'm a drummer. I'm musically inclined to feel rhythm very well. So like reading the tape was a way for me to read the rhythm and the velocity of the market. So like when I was watching the tape, I use no filters. I like to see how fast things are hitting the tape. I train my eyes to read, bigger numbers. They're different color codes for outside the bid, inside the bid, etc. And you just kind of learn by doing it. And I'm a self-taught person in everything in my life. I grew up super poor. I've never had handouts for anything. And I taught myself everything. And so when it came to tape reading, it was just a journey of trial and error. And I remember when things started to click, for about the first year that things started to click, I threw myself so many false positives while things were still clicking that I would still get wrecked. So just understand, it's going to take a very long time. It's not easy. It's extremely difficult. But once you get to the other side, you will feel comfortable in managing these markets where you can potentially have consistent green days. Some people may never be able to figure it out. Some people may never be able to trade. But here's the thing. I had a person message me in my Instagram DMs yesterday, and they said that they found their market and it was no longer trading the NQ, wasn't even trading index futures. It was trading a currency pair. And there's a lot to be said about that. That person started trading on the NQ, and they thought that this was the end-all be-all market for them. And they found out that trading a currency pair was actually more their speed. So what's the takeaway from that? The takeaway from that is that if anybody tells you that you're trading wrong, you tell them to go off. Literally. If somebody says to you, hey, you're trading the wrong way, go tell them to themselves. We got some data coming out here. Hold on, let me see what this is before I keep yapping. Oh, this is, if you're an oil trader, this is going to matter to you. Crude is a build. Distillate is a draw. Crude is a build. So crude might dip on that. Let's see. Oh no, it's actually going up. Interesting. So crude spiking on that. But just to go back to what I was saying, if somebody tells you that you're trading the wrong way, you have to understand that there is no one right way to trade. You need to find out what works best for you. I love momentum trading because it fits in well with my mind. I like playing, like when I was younger, I played fast twitch games. Like I played the original Counter-Strike beta. I like fast twitch reactionary games. I have very fast reaction speed. I've always loved momentum trading. It's instant satisfaction. You find out if you're right or wrong pretty early in the game, but that's what works for me. There might be a time in your life that momentum trading works for you or it never works for you. Just because I do something doesn't mean it's the right way to do it. It's just what works for me. So find what works for you and stick with it and continue rounding out your skills in that certain trade, that certain type of whatever it is that you're doing. Do I like chess? Yeah, I love playing blitz, bullet, rapid. I don't like playing anything over 10-minute clock. I love playing chess. But again, listen to what I'm saying. Don't let anybody tell you that there's a right way to trade. There's not. Find out where you fit in and focus on that and keep honing that, okay? Because that's where you're going to find the most success. I'm going to wrap things up here, folks. Let's see how we did on the day here overall. In our personal, we did $10,725. And in Tradeify, we did 1346.42 times 5. So $17,000 on the day. There you go. All right, folks on YouTube, I'll be back tomorrow for Thursday. Hopefully I can kick this thing overnight. I keep on saying that, but hopefully I can kick this cold flu thing overnight. Be good out there. Be careful. We're one headline away from the market ripping or dipping hundreds of points. So if you don't use a stop, you're going to get blasted. Be careful, okay? Folks on Discord, don't go anywhere. I'll be right with you. Folks on X, folks on YouTube, thanks for tuning in today. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern, 5 a.m. Pacific, 7 a.m. Central. Take care, everybody.